No one's talking about this, but they should be. Because while the headlines are obsessed with 20 something startup founders and Silicon Valley AI geniuses, the real boom, the quiet lucrative one, is being built by people over 40. Moms, consultants, freelancers, small business owners. People who've spent decades learning how to solve real problems and now finally have the tools to scale what they know. This isn't about hype or luck. It's not about funding rounds or tech jargon. It's about the quiet wave of builders using AI and automation to reclaim time, independence, and income, right from their kitchen tables, home offices, and late night hours after the kids go to bed. Because for the first time ever, you don't need to be technical to build technology. You just need to know what needs fixing. And who knows that better than the people who've lived through it? Who've seen the inefficiencies, the burnout, the systems that waste time and money. The truth is, the next $1 million AI apps won't come from dorm rooms or hackathons. They'll come from the wisdom, clarity, and lived experience of people who finally have the tools to build what they've always wished existed. Let's break down why this moment is different. OpenAI's new agent kit, combined with no-code platforms like Bubble, Glide, and Make, lets anyone create intelligent automated systems that work like small apps, but without any programming. If you can write instructions, you can build workflows that connect GPT to real-world tools like Google Sheets for tracking data, Notion for notes or summaries, Stripe for payments, Slack for notifications, even Zillow, Shopify, or Gmail APIs for niche automations. You can literally type, when someone uploads a file, summarize it, email the summary, store it in Notion. An agent kit builds the workflow automatically, step by step. This means the barrier to creation, the one that's existed for decades, is gone. You no longer need a developer, you don't need a capital, you don't even need to call it a startup. You just need to solve a problem. And people in their 40s, 50s, and 60s, we've been solving problems our entire lives. Here's the truth. AI is only as powerful as the context you give it. And no one has more context than people who've lived through decades of real life. You've managed projects, teams, clients, households, finances, health scares, transitions, and recoveries. Every one of those experiences is data, the kind AI can't fake. You already see inefficiencies in a way a 22-year-old developer can't. You know where time is wasted, what customers actually complain about, what tools frustrate people, because you've lived it. That's what turns midlife builders into an unstoppable new force in tech. Take David Bressler, the founder of Formula Bot, a tool that converts plain English into Excel formulas. He wasn't a coder. He just understood that spreadsheet users were wasting hours trying to write formulas they didn't understand. So he built a simple workflow with Bubble, GPT, and Stripe, and within months, generated thousands of revenue. No funding, no hype, just a clear problem and a cleaner solution. That's the new playbook. Find a pain point you already know, automate it with AI and no-code tools, make it accessible to others like you. You don't have to chase trends, you just need to solve the headaches you've been quietly tolerating for years. The younger generation moves fast and breaks things. People in midlife, we move smart and build things that last. That patience is your competitive edge. While social media glorifies speed, real wealth is built on consistency. By people who focus on solving useful problems for real humans. Take Chad Sakonchik, founder of Better Legal. At 41, he realized his custom-coded app was draining money, so he rebuilt it using Bubble and automation tools, cutting $8,000 a month in developer costs and taking his company past 1 million ARR. Or Danny Bell, who started Scribbly, a content automation business built on Airtable, Zapier, and Webflow. She was a copywriter, not an engineer. Within 19 months, she scaled $25,000 per month in recurring revenue, by automating what you already did best. That's what midlife entrepreneurship looks like. Not hype, not burnout. Just steady, strategic, sustainable building. You don't need the loudest launch. You just need a product that works and a client who says thank you. We've had fintech, edtech, and health tech. Now comes wisdom tech. Tools built from experience, empathy, and emotional intelligence. Because while AI can process data, it can't understand nuance. It doesn't know what it feels like to be burned out, to start over, to carry the weight of a family, a mortgage, or a failing business. But you do. That's why the next wave of AI tools will come from you. People who combine emotional insight with automation. We're already seeing it happen. A therapist in her 50s created an AI grief companion that messages clients between sessions. A menopause coach built an AI tracker that personalizes supplement plans. A productivity expert built an AI bot that helps working parents manage time realistically, factoring in fatigue and family chaos. These aren't science fiction. They're already generating thousands in subscriptions. Market researchers call this the empathetic automation trend, projected to hit 30 billion globally by 2030. And yet, the majority of founders in this space are not technical. They're midlife professionals solving emotional pain points that tech has ignored. That's wisdom tech, automation powered by empathy. 10 years ago, if you had an idea for an app, you needed 100,000, a dev team, and 6 months of coding. Now, you can build it in a weekend. AgentKit lets you create logic like when someone fills out a form, summarize, email, update Notion, charge via Stripe. In hours, you've built what used to take an engineering team. Platforms like Bubble, Make, Glide, and Softer handle everything: automation, design, database, even payment integration. And OpenAI's GPT-4o or GPT-5 fills in the intelligence layer, summarizing, analyzing, communicating, adapting. You can connect these with Zapier, Airtable, Stripe, and Notion, and suddenly you've got your first microsas. There's a solo founder featured in La Paz Voice who did exactly that. No technical background, no funding, and scaled to 1.7 million ARR by automating a single niche process. That's what makes this revolution different. AI and no code don't just level the field, they erase it. It's not about who codes, it's about who understands people. And that gives midlife builders a massive advantage. Let's talk about the myth that innovation belongs to the young. A study from MIT Sloan analyzed over 2 million startups and found that founders aged 45 to 54 were twice as likely to build a successful business as those in their 20s. Twice as likely. Why? Because experience compounds. You've already made mistakes, managed teams, handled crisis, and built resilience. You have intuition, something AI can't generate. That's why the most profitable new AI and automation businesses are coming from people who've lived enough life to see the patterns. Look around the no-code ecosystem. Danny Bell automating her writing agency, Chad Sakonchik rebuilding his company from scratch. Thousands of indie founders on Gumroad, Product Hunt, and X creating niche AI products that earn real money, many of them in their 40s, 50s, even 60s. Midlife isn't a slowdown, it's a strategy upgrade. You finally have both the clarity to see what matters and the technology to scale it. Here's what's wild. You can now run a 6-figure business alone, powered entirely by AI and no-code tools. What used to take a team of 10 now fits in your browser tabs. GPT handles writing, research, and customer service. Notion stores and summarizes your data. Stripe collects payments automatically. Make or Zapier moves data between systems like invisible employees. That's why you'll start seeing one-person million-dollar companies. People building small, lean, intelligent systems that run 24/7 while they spend time with family, travel, and build new ideas. And the irony? Most of these founders aren't chasing investors, they're chasing freedom. That's the real AI revolution. Not replacing people, but empowering individuals to build empires of one. This isn't another tech fad. It's the first revolution designed for adults. The internet democratized information. AI and no-code tools are democratizing creation. And the people best positioned to win are the ones who already understand what matters. You don't need to chase hype or copy Silicon Valley. You just need to use these new tools to amplify your own experience. Because every problem you've ever solved, every process you've ever improved, every workaround you've ever invented is now a business model waiting for automation. So if you've been thinking, it's too late for me to start something new, it's not. You're not behind, you're right on time. Because the next wave of million-dollar apps won't come from dorm rooms. They'll come from kitchen tables, co-working corners, and the quiet confidence of people who've lived enough to know better. You already have the wisdom. Now you have the tools. Let's go build your next chapter and the next generation of AI together. Thanks for watching, and if you're ready to actually build your first Agent Kit project, no coding, no complexity, just a step-by-step walkthrough, watch my next video. So hit subscribe, check the link below, and let's go build your next chapter together.